It was a wonderful film. I was wondering, because most of the women in the film were at least middle-aged or older, what is being done, if anything, to keep the weaving tradition for the younger women, the girls, because I didn't see many of them weaving. And on a side issue, I was amazed how many people still spoke in Navajo, because I'd seen other films where it said that in the 70s the language started getting lost, and there's this danger of it not being spoken enough amongst the young people, except for the immersion schools.
I grew up speaking Navajo, and you know, my whole family we grew up speaking Navajo, and so there's always the constant threat of the language being lost, but I don't think it's as dire as people make it out to be. So I can answer it from that perspective, from my own perspective, the main family that's featured in the film, which is Lorraine Kerr and Edith Simonson's family, they are actively passing down the weaving tradition to a lot of to their grandkids that live there, and so they're one example of a family that is really hanging on to the old lifestyle and really being active about passing it on down to the younger generation. There's a lot of diversity within the Navajo Nation. I mean, it's a huge land base, and so in certain parts of the reservation there is that threat of language loss, and there is that threat of losing the traditions. But you go 10 miles in any direction, and then there is a family that's there are families that are actively trying to maintain it. So it's just kind of the thing that I always like to say about the Navajo Nation is that the way that we showcase it in the film is that there is, even within one community, there's a lot of diversity as far as attitudes and stuff.
All right, we're sitting here with Bennie Klain, Navajo Nation, right?
Navajo Nation, yeah.
All right, now tell us a little bit about the film that you did.
Well, the film that I have showing here at the festival is called Weaving Worlds. It is an examination of Navajo rug weavers and their relationship with white reservation traders. It takes a look at the art form from an economic perspective and really examines the inequities of the trading system that's been in place for years and years and years.
On average, you would probably buy a rug for a couple $100, and then it's difficult to mark it up to 5 or 6 times what they bought it for.
Something very quickly. It's complicated because it's an old system. The rugs used to be bought by weight, just like the raw wool, so the labor was completely devalued. This movie was actually based upon some groundbreaking research by an anthropologist, Kathy McCloskey, who did a lot of research in the Hubble Trading Post papers in Tucson. And what was uncovered there in the records and the ledgers, told this entire history. It was a part of, for example, the federal government's desire to assimilate, to devalue women's labor, turn the men into farmers and women into domestics, and the whole bit. So thousands of women were just weaving for pin money. So you have this whole, whole system where, again, sometimes the rugs were just bought by weight. Forget the labor and forget the art.
Right, now what do you think that can be done that the Navajo people can do themselves to really better their situation? Is online auction sites like eBay, is that a solution or a detriment?
It can be both. I know that there's one prominent weaver who stopped selling her rugs on the internet because she found out that other people were making copies of her designs that she was posting on the website, and so it could go either way. I think maybe definitely getting some kind of blueprint in place for the Navajo Nation as a whole to be able to regulate that kind of commerce, would be I think it would be effective, but it's also going to be a process of education for the members of the Navajo Nation Council in order for them to kind of open their eyes to the inequities as far as the prices go.
Now, how long have you been making films?
I have been making films for 12 years now. The first project I did was a documentary called The Return of Navajo Boy, and that I had done, and then that's when I started falling in love with the filmmaking process, and that's what I've been doing ever since.
Okay. Where can the fans find out more information about you? You got a website, MySpace, Facebook? What do you have?
I have a Facebook page. Just log on to Facebook. You can Google my name, or you can Google the title of the film. And we have, I try to update the Facebook page regularly to kind of bring more awareness around some of the issues that the film brings up.
All right. Thank you much.
Uh-huh.